Okay? You can't ever be outside of his hands. Okay? He knows the situation that you're in. He knows the decisions you're going to have to make. He understands. He knows where your heart is. He knows you're trying to please him. What's up, guys? Gotta be kind of quiet here. My daughter's sleeping, so is my wife. But I just wanted to encourage you. I know a lot of us right now, we're going through some times that are uncertain, and maybe rent is a little hard to make this month, or any bills or anything. I certainly hope you have food, at least. Food and water, a place to stay, and clothes to put on. But in this time, a lot of people have lost their jobs. Some have lost them unfairly. Some lost them just because they wanted to quit. They didn't want to work during this time. Some lost them because businesses were trying to uphold a standard, because, business owners, they don't always know what to do. So whenever something like this happens, they just make the best decision that they can, based on what they think they should be doing. But I wanted to read this, Luke chapter 12, verse 15. And it's where Jesus is talking about a rich man. I'll just read it quickly, and then I'll say just a couple things right after. And he said to them, Jesus, beware and keep back from covetousness, for one's life is not in the abundance of the things which are to him. And he spoke a parable to them, saying, a certain rich man produced well from the land. And he reasoned with himself, saying, what may I do? For I have nowhere I may gather my fruits. And he said, I will do this. I will tear down my barns, and I will build larger. And I will gather there all my produce and my goods. And I will say to my soul, soul, you have many goods laid up for many years. Take rest, eat, drink, and be glad. God said to him, fool, this night they demand your soul from you, and that which you prepared, to whom will it be? So who's going to have those things? So is he treasuring up for himself and not being rich toward God. Being rich toward God means giving to those people who are around you. Your time, your money, your food, your house, room, like anything. And then Jesus says, he said to his disciples, because of this I say to you, do not be anxious as to your life, what you should eat, nor as to the body, what you should put on. The life is more than the food, and the body than the clothing. Consider the ravens, for they do not sow, nor do they reap, to which there is no storehouse or barn, and God feeds them. How much rather you differ from the birds, and who of you, by being anxious, is able to add 1 cubit to his stature? Therefore, if you are not able to do even the least, why are you anxious about the rest? Consider the lilies, how they grow. They do not labor, nor do they spin. But I say to you, not even Solomon in all his glory was clothed as one of these. But if God so dresses the grass, which today is in the field, and tomorrow is thrown into the oven, how much rather you, O little faiths? And you stop seeking what you may eat, or what you may drink, and stop being in anxiety. For all the nations of the world seek after these things, and your Father knows that you need these things. But seek the kingdom of God, and all these things will be added to you. Stop being afraid, little flock, because your Father was pleased to give you the kingdom. Sell your possessions and give alms. Make for yourselves purses that do not grow old, an unfailing treasure in heaven, where a thief cannot come near, nor moth can corrupt. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. If you're worried about what's going on, if you're worried about how you're gonna make rent, how you're gonna pay your bills or keep your house or all these things, if you're worried that you're gonna lose your car or your land or whatever it is, just take it one day at a time. If you have to lose these things for him to save you, if you have to lose these things for him to keep you, let it be. God was pleased to give you the kingdom when you seek after him and his righteousness. The kingdom of God, when you seek after the kingdom of God, all these things are added to you. The kingdom of God is love, it's peace, it's righteousness in Jesus Christ. It is all the good. It's you bearing another one's burdens. All these things. This is the kingdom of God. I love you guys. There's a lot going on right now in the world, but don't be afraid. Because he's got you. Okay? You can't ever be outside of his hands. Okay? He knows the situation that you're in. He knows the decisions you're going to have to make. He understands. He knows where your heart is. He knows you're trying to please him. He knows, okay? And you can't ever be outside of that. He understands, and he's leading you. He's trying to take you somewhere. Of that is for sure. That is certain. That in these trying times, he's trying to tell you something. He's trying to get you to trust in him. He's trying to get you to trust in him one day at a time. Okay? I love you guys. Today is Friday. Is today Friday? Have fun.